Archangel Michael says, something strange and sacred happened just before the sun rose today. A psychic, one who rarely speaks publicly, was shaken to her soul when she looked into her vision mirror and saw your face. She did not expect what followed, and she could barely believe what she saw rising behind your image. In a room filled with burning incense and celestial energy, her hand trembled as she reached for her notepad. It wasn't a normal message, it came with a divine heat, a supernatural pressure in her chest. The vision she received was about you, and it was urgent, powerful, undeniable. She saw you standing in front of a gate of golden light, but something was pulling at your feet, trying to drag you back. You had one hand extended forward, reaching towards something invisible, and the psychic gasped out loud. Because just beyond your reach stood a sealed scroll that only one chosen soul is meant to open, and that soul is you. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She turned pale as voices began to swirl around her, voices not of this world. These were not hallucinations, they were sacred whispers of those who walk between realms, alerting her to a shift in your destiny. The psychic saw one word appear again and again in glowing symbols, chosen. Archangel Michael says, the scroll holds secrets about your purpose, a divine truth that has been hidden since birth. But the shocking part wasn't the scroll itself, it was the figure watching you from the shadows, cloaked in silence. The psychic screamed when she saw this figure's eyes, they were someone you know but no longer trust. This is the moment where your timeline splits into two possible paths, and both are being pulled with violent force. One path leads to elevation, greatness, recognition beyond anything your past could have prepared you for. The other path? It spirals down into confusion, isolation, and misdirection, all triggered by one wrong step. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The psychic spirit guides warned her that someone around you has been casting doubts behind closed doors. This person pretends to wish you well, but their inner energy is foul, thick with envy. They keep an image of you in their home, not for love, but to channel blocks toward your progress. She saw you surrounded by light beings, 3 to be exact, standing like guards beside your left and right shoulders. These are watchers assigned to you since a traumatic event in your childhood that altered your timeline. Their presence means your soul carries rare spiritual codes that others cannot decode or copy. Archangel Michael says, your soul frightens some people because of how ancient and illuminated it is. That's why you've experienced moments where people suddenly vanish from your life, or betray you with no warning. They are removed not because you're unworthy, but because they couldn't withstand the light encoded in your presence. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The psychic kept saying one thing that wouldn't leave her mind, a storm has been unleashed, but they don't know the storm was born from the chosen one. The person trying to harm you will soon come to know that touching a divine vessel brings supernatural consequences. Their energy is about to ricochet and fall back on them harder than expected. You've been protected in strange ways, accidents you avoided, moments you should have broken down but didn't, blessings that came just before disaster. That's because you're being watched, guarded, and assigned. Not everyone walking beside you is a friend, and that's what the psychic wants you to know. There was a vision of you walking through a corridor of flames, untouched. Every time a flame tried to reach you, an invisible hand pushed it back. The flames symbolize attacks, manipulation, jealousy, and spiritual spying. And yet, not one could claim you. Type Amen to get blessing 717. The psychic also saw a dream you had weeks ago, yes, that strange dream with the unknown house, the dark hallway, and the door that wouldn't open. That wasn't just a dream, it was a spiritual encounter, showing you a sealed opportunity that will only open once you break ties with the energy of someone toxic. The door is waiting for your energy to clear before it can swing open. Your name was called by a voice in her trance state. It echoed so loud that she dropped her crystal orb. Your name is not just earthly, it's engraved on a soul contract floating in a higher realm, and it's being read aloud as preparations are being made for a shift. The psychic began to cry. She said she had never witnessed such interference around one chosen soul. There's a spiritual war around your path, and the opposing forces are trying everything to delay, distract, and discourage you before the scroll is revealed to your physical eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 828. She also saw a room, a very specific room, that you have sat in recently. The curtains were closed, but your energy was glowing through the darkness. That room holds power. It's the space where your ancestors often gather invisibly, placing codes into your spirit that activate as prophetic instincts and gut feelings. Someone is about to come into your life with a sweet offer. But beware, it's bait. This person is being sent by the same dark force that the psychic saw standing behind your back in the vision. Archangel Michael says, you are approaching a supernatural threshold that cannot be ignored. If you take the right action in the next few days, the light scroll will descend into your life in the form of an opportunity no one else can claim. If you delay, the scroll may pass into sleep mode again, delaying your destiny path by 3 spiritual cycles. Type Amen to get blessing 636. The psychic saw a mirror crack in her room after she whispered your name. That is not a bad sign, it is confirmation that your truth is shattering illusions that others are projecting onto you. You are not who they think you are greater. The person who thinks they have hidden their betrayal from you is about to be exposed. You will hear it from an unexpected mouth. This will cause temporary emotional shaking, but do not fear, it is part of the divine cleanup. Your phone will soon receive a message that you must not ignore. It will look ordinary, but there will be something about the time or sender that will feel off. That's your clue to read it twice and decode the hidden meaning. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The psychic saw your energy field being drained at night, especially around 3:10 a.m. That's the time when spiritual interference is strongest. Keep protective light around your bed and say nothing aloud when you wake up in the night. Some forces listen more than you know. A golden key was seen in her vision. You were holding it, but looking in the wrong direction. The key opens not a physical lock, but a divine timeline that brings a different kind of life, a freer life, one that matches your true calling. She also saw an old woman from your bloodline standing near you, weeping with pride. That woman is from generations before, watching over you. She had to endure what you are breaking free from now, and she rejoices that you are about to shift the entire family pattern. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, the energy of money is surrounding you now, but it's coming with conditions. There's someone who will act like a helper but carry a hidden agenda. Don't rush, don't sign quickly, don't let flattery blind you. The psychic whispered one final warning before she collapsed in exhaustion from the spiritual overload. If they ignore this message, the timeline may freeze. But if they listen, they will glow. You were shown glowing in places that once dimmed your light. That light will attract those who truly carry divine contracts with you. Your real supporters are not loud, they are preparing to walk in, gently, with peace and provision. You will feel their energy and recognize them by how calm they make your spirit feel. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The image of a blue butterfly kept appearing again and again in her vision. It means transformation, elevation, and escape from a cycle that tried to trap you. A blue butterfly is a sign for you. When you see it, whether in real life or online, pause. That moment will mark a spiritual alignment. You are not behind schedule. You are being aligned. You are not forgotten, you are being watched. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. And the psychic was merely the vessel to deliver this urgent knowing. Your enemies have overplayed their hand. Their exposure will happen so swiftly, they will beg for silence. But heaven is already preparing your table, and you are to rise, unshaken, untouched, and unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This message is sacred. Do not share it with those who laugh at spiritual matters. Do not try to explain it to people who only see with their physical eyes. Keep it close. Keep it honored. The psychic is recovering from the vision she saw. She sent one final message for you before she rested. Tell them, they are more powerful than they realize. And if they dare to believe, no one can stop what is already written for them. The heavens wait for your readiness. The scroll hovers. The timeline is sensitive. This is the moment. Accept your crown. Type Amen to get blessing 3333 crown. The psychic, now resting under heavy spiritual protection, left instructions that cannot be ignored. She said that within the next 72 hours, your environment will begin to shift in ways that seem unexplainable. People will call you out of the blue, others will pull away unexpectedly. None of this is coincidence. You must stay calm during this energetic shakeup. Your vibration is rising, and with it, the illusions are falling away. The higher you rise, the more truth you'll see, and some of it will stun you. A familiar name will be whispered in your ear, either in your waking moment or in your dream state. This name carries weight. It's the key to knowing who is secretly working against you while pretending to be on your side. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Archangel Michael says, your elevation is non-negotiable. The energy being prepared for you cannot be handed to someone else. No matter who tries to imitate you or steal your flow, they do not carry the divine signature that you hold in your soul. The psychic saw a bright flash of golden light that appeared in the room when your name was mentioned again. That is rare. That flash signifies the arrival of angelic approval and energetic upgrade. There is a number you will start seeing repeatedly. This is a numeric confirmation that your breakthrough is near. Don't ignore it. When the number appears, stop, breathe, and mentally affirm, I'm ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. She also saw a river, a fast-moving one, and in it, there was a box, sealed in white energy, floating toward you. That box contains something symbolic, like a spiritual gift or an idea that will change your financial path. You must be ready to open it before it floats away. The enemy is watching your silence. They're confused because you haven't reacted the way they expected. They don't know you're being silently guided and empowered beyond human reach. A white envelope is coming. Either physically or through a symbolic moment, it holds details of an agreement or proposal meant to elevate you. The psychic said the moment you receive it, close your eyes and place your right hand on your chest. This will unlock its true potential. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. There's someone you've forgiven, but they haven't truly let you go. Their spirit still lingers and creates emotional clutter that's slowing your spiritual progress. You'll soon feel a sudden urge to block or release something. Don't resist it. This is not punishment, it's positioning. You are being moved like a divine chess piece, and God is 5 steps ahead of every manipulator in your life. What they planned will backfire so hard it will rewrite their own destiny. The psychic also warned about a certain date approaching. This date carries a vibration of exposure and opportunity. On that day, you must be extra mindful of your words, your focus, and your heart. That's when the scroll may unseal. Type Amen to get blessing 818. A royal crown was briefly visible above your head in her final trance. This vision symbolizes divine royalty. Your soul was never meant to live a life of limitation. That crown has been waiting for you to claim it fully. Someone is studying your old mistakes to try and build a false story around you. But what they don't realize is, those same mistakes are the reason your spiritual power is undeniable. You were shaped by storms no one else survived. There is divine fire in you now, and you've been chosen not because you're perfect, but because you're resilient. Heaven always places the heaviest assignments on the most trusted shoulders. That's why the psychic was called to see you. Type Amen to get blessing 6363. You're stepping into a spiritual contract that was paused until this year. Everything you touch will begin to multiply when you walk in truth and cut off what no longer aligns. You will notice certain people around you suddenly becoming quiet. It's not you, it's your light revealing them. Be careful not to over-explain your joy to those who secretly mourn your growth. Your silence is your shield right now. Protect your next move like it's the key to your destiny, because it is. There will be a dream in the next few nights. In this dream, a figure might approach you in disguise. Look for symbols, not faces. The dream will carry a message only your soul will understand. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The psychic left you one final sentence, written by hand before she fell into prophetic sleep. Tell them not to fear the shadow behind them, it is running from the light ahead. That shadow that's been following you is retreating now. You're no longer walking in confusion. Archangel Michael says, this scroll is about to manifest in real life. Whether as a call, a contract, a stranger's message, or a new beginning, it's already descending. All that is required from you is stillness, faith, and precise action. The old version of you cannot survive in the next chapter that is being opened. That's why certain people and habits are crumbling. The collapse is not the end, it's the gateway. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Your divine reputation is being restored in rooms you haven't even entered yet. People who once doubted you will soon speak your name with awe and silence. The psychic said, "They will say they always knew, but heaven knows who truly believed." The spiritual realm is about to flip a situation in your favor. Where you were overlooked, you'll be honored. Where you were silenced, your voice will now echo. The scroll contains a very rare signature from a celestial council. You were not supposed to receive this so early, but your endurance changed everything. That's why the psychic was divinely summoned. Type Amen to get blessing 515. This is your final spiritual upgrade before the great reveal. Do not allow temporary discomfort to make you doubt the eternal truth. Your soul was assigned, not random. Your home will begin to feel different as this energy shift completes. You may feel urges to clean, to move furniture, to create space. Follow it. That's your spirit preparing for arrival. You are being summoned by a higher law. What's coming is not just a blessing, it's a fulfillment. And the scroll knows your name. Type Amen to get blessing 7777 Dove. The air around you is changing, even if you can't see it yet. The scroll is no longer just hovering above you, it's rotating slowly, waiting for your final emotional release to unlock it fully. The psychic whispered something important before she was spiritually pulled into silence. The scroll will respond not to noise, but to purity. Your emotions hold a sacred frequency. When you cry with truth, when you smile with alignment, when you walk away from what dims your spirit, that's when the light responds. You are the password that unlocks your future, and heaven is watching how you choose. You may begin feeling random chills, sudden peace, or light pressure on your shoulders. That is the divine presence adjusting your aura, signaling that you are walking closer to your assignment. Do not doubt these signs, they are confirmations, not coincidences. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. A woman with long silver hair appeared in the psychic's vision. She stood behind you, hands on your back, whispering courage into your bones. This woman may have crossed over, but her spirit has not left you for even one day. She's been intercepting pain that was meant for you. She's been redirecting certain energies at night, ensuring your destiny isn't delayed any longer. The psychic called her the silent guardian. You are not alone in this transformation. The psychic saw angels gathering in a circle, chanting a code that only the chosen can translate. That sound will soon echo in your dreams. Type Amen to get blessing 404. An old photograph of you is being looked at right now. Someone is staring at it and wondering how they let your light slip away. This person doesn't deserve access again, but their remorse will trigger a chain reaction. Their energy of regret will unlock justice for you. Heaven uses even the echoes of enemies to restore balance. The psychic cried when she saw justice arriving at your feet like a wrapped gift. Archangel Michael says, "It is done." The spiritual battles have been heard. The scroll has tilted, and now the light is coming forward. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. A pair of golden sandals was shown in the final image, a sign of movement, divine relocation, and holy journey. These are not physical shoes. They represent the walk you are about to take into rooms where your presence shifts atmospheres. You won't have to chase what's yours. It is being magnetized to your spiritual signature now. The scroll is calling it in like a divine magnet. Let others talk, let them go. Gossip, let them speculate. You do not need to defend your name when heaven is writing it in gold across timelines. The psychic saw it clearly, your silence will roar louder than their words. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. A star will blink extra bright when you look into the sky soon. That's not just astronomy, it's alignment. That light knows your name, and your ancestors will speak to your spirit when you see it. Some may mock what they don't understand. But soon they'll see that everything you've endured was divine training, not punishment. Your scroll was never meant for the crowd, it was crafted for the soul. The final message etched in spiritual ink across the scroll reads, "Rise now." The seals are broken. Your name is glowing. Type Amen to get blessing 3333.